All right, good morning. My name is Dr. Craig, and this is the first video in a series of videos that I want to make to help any new college student be ready for engineering or for engineering technology schools. And in this video, I'm going to go through the basic materials that you would need in your different courses. All right. Or stuff that I typically require my students to have in intro to engineering, to statics, to more advanced classes. Okay. In the future, I'm hoping to make videos on computers, all right, on the different programs that you should install on the computers, engineering format, and units. And there's going to be some other ones here and there, but I think those are the ones that will help any freshman or any transfer student going into engineering or engineering technology be prepared for. All right. So let's first just quickly talk about you're definitely going to need a computer. I would buy a laptop. And the only thing I'm going to say is in this video, then I'll make a separate video about the specs. Buy a Windows machine. Do not buy a Mac. I've had many students buy Macs, and it's very frustrating because some of the programs, most of the time, only work on Windows. So right off the bat, computers, do not buy a Mac. All right, great. Now, what you're going to do is I have a bunch of stuff right here on the table that I'll lift up and show you, and I'll go through some of it, and then we'll see where it takes us. So I always have a calculator. All right, doesn't have to be this fancy. It could be a regular $15 to $20 calculator. Definitely buy something. All right, because you're going to use that in the engineering courses. Some math instructors do not want any calculators, which is great. So you can learn the basics. All right, but in engineering, you're going to definitely need it. Next thing would be mechanical pencils. All right. So either 0.5 or 0.7. I would almost strongly recommend 0.7. It's easier for us to read. It's not like, for example, it makes the writing darker, and but it's a fine. We can do 0.5 or 0.7. All right. Now, just a side note: if you get a tablet, then computer, then you can sometimes do your homework on that tablet and submit it electronically. Okay, I do accept that. All right. Now, talk about homework. Let me put this over here. I would say almost all engineering programs require you to buy engineering paper. It's green paper and there's grids on it. And we actually want you to write on this page, not on the darker page. Okay. Don't write on this side, write on this side. Okay. All right. And because it's easier to see your writing. Okay. But the grids, they're transparent. You can see those. All right. Engineering paper, buy a lot of it. You're going to use a lot of it. Okay. Cool. With that, a ruler or a straight edge. Buy a ruler, please. A lot of students use ID cards. Just buy a ruler. They're not very expensive. Okay. Protractor. Definitely want to buy a protractor. All right. These are very cheap too. You can buy them for a couple bucks, or you can buy a whole kit. An eraser. Usually the mechanical pencils, they have an eraser, but sometimes they don't. Like this is kind of small. Buy an eraser because you will erase a lot. Trust me. Buy a good one like this. I hardly ever use pens, but sometimes you can buy a pen. And I buy different colors. Why? Because when you get into like physics and you're looking at forces, I like to have students change the color of the forces. So they use pens or crayons, or I didn't have any color markers, or sorry, any color pencils on me, but either marker or either crayons or colored pencils would work for that. Okay. compass to make circles. All right, because when you do a homework problem, we want you to make that sketch clear, concise, large, and perfect. All right, with dimensions, with scaled circles or scaled dimensions. Okay. Now, I love these pencils. These are wooden pencils. They're like those pencils you buy or using when you go mini golf, but get a sharpener with that. All right, if you're going to do that. Then a whole bunch of different type of templates, stencils. All right, these you can look on Amazon and buy. Here's like a square. Here's different symbols for maybe electrical components, more circles, triangles, letters. All right, different shapes, different kind of weird shapes. Invest in a few. All right, highly recommend these, especially like if you're in a specific field like say HVAC or electrical. They have certain symbols that you don't have to draw it by hand. You just put your pencil in and mark them right up. So templates, okay? Just search templates. Actually, if you type in, I think this is called Stadler. All right, I'll put it right there for you. Just type that into your Amazon search and you'll be able to find a whole bunch of these. And I'll provide some links of some of this stuff in the course description. Okay. I usually get like a little pouch to put all this stuff in, or buy a nice little laptop bag and just organize everything. Next would be like notebooks, or during class, you can use engineering paper for your notes. I would get a 3-ring binder, or either get one of these notebooks and write down the course and use these. I love these small little notebooks like this that has grids on it. Like here I was doing machine design. See how I organized all this? Sometimes I'll tape stuff in, I'll do the problems. Okay, so this is my machine design book, my template. These are awesome. They're light, they're small, and they pack a punch. Like there's a lot of papers in here, because you will go through a lot of notes. You might go through 1 or 2 of these depending on the class. All right. This one I like. This one's actually waterproof. It's smaller, but it's waterproof. All right, and it's pretty cool. It also has a little ruler in the back. Okay, and then I also, you don't have to, but I also like to carry a little toolkit, just a small little toolkit around, because you never know when, for example, like my glasses, the lenses have fallen out, pop them right back in. Or you're working on something and you need just something quick, and it's right there. Now, the last thing, and I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything, would be probably a 3D printer. That's almost becoming a standard thing for engineering students now. So buy a reliable printer. Now this is pretty much the basic stuff that you would need to get you started in an engineering or an engineering technology school. If you have any questions, or if there's something I missed, I'll just throw in the comment section for now. But I wanted to get this out there before the fall 2024 semester so students can be prepared. All right, thank you very much and have a good day.